Okay, Shalom. All right, so we back. We'll start this off by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Heavenly Father in the name of His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wahara, Wakakata. Double honor to the hopefully like elder apostle slave to be saved. Lord, we'll start with those at the GMS church. All right, the elder at the GMS church on down to the rest that may be out here under the same doctrine. On to the brothers here, men here, younger brothers here in the order, giving all diligence and all true faith and sincerity. On to the rest of the Akim, teaching. On to the rest of the Akim doing the same. The elder Akim on down to the younger Akim, likewise, and on to the rest of you believers, you men, women, and children. All right, of this like race in on the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, this faith, and ultimately to the elect, those that are about to go on, and are manifested themselves to be, of the house of David. So, in Jacob's trouble, this is upon a meditation and a conversation I was having, and it's just really dealing with times of pure reality. It's going to be the class, the live for the night. Which should go without saying, but yeah, man, we just really in a time where reality isn't it isn't being manifested, like by any means, really. And Jacob's trouble, when you think about Jacob's trouble, you think about it as being this real chaotic thing, this real chaotic event. The Lord, He gave some, literal illustrations, some verbal illustrations of to metaphorically show how it's going to be, and that's just how you will take it. You got scripture.
La.
Scripture should definitely come to mind for those of you out there listening. As far as what the Lord, like I said, one, the Lord mentioned in Jacob's trouble, and then two, the Lord what? Like I said, giving those illustrations. Okay, for instance, let's you got something? Yeah, whatever you got. If you got something, bring it up. If not, let's get I got a quick one.
Yeah. No, I don't got nothing. You could.
Okay, Amos 5. Let's get Amos 5. You're in charge, jump straight to the point. Amos 5. And, Amos 5, and let's start at verse 18.
Yeah, Kai. Amos chapter 5 and verse 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him."
Right. And that day of the Lord is pretty much the breakdown of it's code word for Jacob's trouble. It's the breakdown of Jacob's trouble when you go into it. Okay, when you go to Jeremiah 30:7, it reads, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." So yeah, and that pretty much gives, once again, that's that verbal illustration of how it's gonna be. But let's also get how crazy it's gonna be. Let's go to the book of Let's jump down. Okay. Matthew 24:21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time." See, to this time, no, nor ever shall be. That's how crazy it's going to be. It's going to be a time like any other. Like it's there's no time in history that can match the day of the Lord, Jacob's trouble, the day of the Lord, which the Lord He gave once again a verbal illustration of how it's going to be, which you can read again, Bible Shah, if you got something.
Yeah, kind of Amos chapter 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Right. Exactly. Now, I got a meaning right here pulled up. But you keep going. And that's talking about what? We just went into it. That's Jacob's trouble. That's that day, as he said, for that day is great. It is that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So that's what this is talking about right here. It's talking about Jacob's trouble. And Jacob's trouble is going to be a trouble to the extent it's according to Matthew the 24th chapter, the 24th verse, prophesied by our Lord. He said it's going to be to where it's something that has never happened in history. It's going to be unmatched, which is also, declared in that 30th chapter of Jeremiah. He said the same thing in the 7th verse. He said, "For last that day is great, that none is like it," right? And it's a time, man. But I got a meaning. But you can keep going because it's a verbal illustration. The Lord gave a metaphor about how it's going to be. You got it?
Verse 19 says, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him.
Right. It's going to be like running from a lion, right? You're trying to escape a lion for whatever reason, and a bear met you. Go ahead. So imagine that. That's this illustration. This is verbal illustration. You got it?
Or went into the house
Right.
and laid his hand up on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
Right. So there it is. So that's saying what? That pretty much, or more so my point of mentioning this is just showing this is the things you think of. It's just a crazy time. It's chaotic. It's like you literally running from a lion. Hell, you will be running from lions. There's going to be people running from lions, running from bears, all type of different things. But really how you should understand that, right? And I'm going to get one more thing before, mention the time to point home. When you go into what Yahweh Shai said in Matthew 24 and 21, it says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." So all the things our people went through, every captivity, every way we got jacked up by the Lord by going off, every tragedy that befell the inhabitants of the earth for their wickedness is not going to, it's going to pale in comparison to this time the Lord is talking about, which he said is going to be for, let me read it again, Matthew 24 and 21, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." Now, this is what? Jacob's trouble. Because when you go into the word tribulation,
Strong's G 2347, thlipsis.
the Strong's definition says what? Trouble. So there it is. That's Jacob's trouble, man. All right. And it's gonna be you really ain't gonna know what to expect. It's you can't. It's like it's like I don't want to say something to sound crazy, but like how we can't really explain how the kingdom going to be. That's kind of how Jacob's trouble is. You know, I have not seen, ear have not heard. That's how Jacob's trouble is. You know, and it makes so much sense to say that, because when you read Acts 4:14 and 22, it say, "By through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom, into a place where it's so beautiful, you words and ears have not really heard. You can't even, your imagination it's gonna come short. It's gonna pale in comparison to the glory that's gonna be revealed in us, right? Just like, well, I won't even say that, but the thing to get to that place is Jacob's trouble. That's the tribulation, because tribulation means what? Trouble. See, Jacob's trouble. So we're going to get ready to go through some things that you really can't even imagine. All right, so that's that. Now, when you think about Jacob's trouble, you think of this. This is what you think, but really, what you should be thinking is basically it's going to be pure reality going on. If you really, that's what the Lord really trying. That's what Jacob's trouble is really set up to do, is to bring reality. Like, this is just what I was meditating on. Like, see, people in a time where people think they can do a million wrongs and no consequence follows. Jacob's trouble, because that, and then that's not even reality. Jacob's trouble is going to get rid of that. Jacob's trouble is going to literally get rid of that instance. That's why it says, for last that day is great. For instance, just to make it make sense, more sense to you, I'm gonna get the book of Ecclesiastes. Okay, Ecclesiastes, and we're gonna jump to the 10th chapter. Right, and those of you that's serious, you should have your sword out, following along, man. You know, that's what you should be doing. You know, but anyway, this is Ecclesiastes 10. If you can, this is Ecclesiastes 10. I'm gonna jump down to the point. It says, jump there. All right. Salaki, not Zechariah. Ecclesiastes in the 8th chapter. Okay, in the 8th chapter, in the 11th verse, it says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Yeah, meaning people can do wrong on this side, right? Which is a world where reality isn't, pushed. I mean, you think about it in every regard. That's where we at. But being that's the case, people can literally do wrong and not get judged for it. For example, when you go to Ecclesiastes, when you go to the book of Zechariah 11, you got some?
Nah.
Okay, kind. Let's get Zechariah 11 real quick, just to hit this point. Zechariah 11 and 4. You can actually start at 5.
Con. Mm-hmm. Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5, it says, who possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
See? And that slay, I'm sure when you go into that word slay, I'm gonna jump there in the blue letter. All right, Zechariah 11 in the 4th chapter. Okay, and I'm gonna jump down to what? Hold on, in the 5th verse. Right, and we're gonna get that word slay.
Strong's H 2026. Harag. Harag.
Yeah, harag. It means what? Murder. Murder. So whose possessors murder them, right? Okay, you got it.
Yeah, kind.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Yeah, it says, when you go into the Strong's definition, it says deadly intent. See? Put to death, murder. So killing and murder is two different things. Murdering is completely taking somebody's life who's innocent, whose life shouldn't be taken by you. You know, who you had no right life, who's you didn't have a right taking their life, man. All right, but you got it.
Kind.
So read it one more time. Who's what?
Zechariah 11 and 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
Right. So that's an unrealistic world. That's not reality. Here it is, you murder somebody, you supposed to get murdered. You're not supposed to be considered not guilty. But see, we in a place where reality ain't pushing. So when you go back to Ecclesiastes 7 and 11, it says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, and that starts with the damn devil himself, the so-called white man. It says, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil, which take you to Sirach, the 10th chapter, and matter of fact, we can get it in Proverbs 29 and 12. That's been coming out better, more lately. Okay.
Yeah, kind. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 12. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked.
Right. All these people that work for the so-called white man, his employees, his citizens, everybody. He hearkens to lies. He say, if I murder somebody, I'm not guilty. Right? So basically, I can do what I want. I'm not to be held guilty for that. That's how he thinks. So that's how all the rest of these people gonna think. Period. So pretty much how he thinks is we can live in no reality. Not being realistic about things can go on. That's how I should think. That's how things supposed to go. And the rest of these people, they're gonna do the same. You go to Sirach 10.
Kind.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
already know that. You got it.
Sirach 10 and 2. As the judge of the people is, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
Right.
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Yep. So however he get down, however he think, which is completely non-realistic, he can move non-realistic and create a world where reality ain't the thing, isn't to be. That's how all these people gonna think, and that's how they gonna move, and that's basically the world they gonna create. That's why you got so many people talking about dream chasing, and they can be whatever they want to be, and we're not in reality, man. And it's to the point where it's so bad that it says what? Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So basically, people think they can do wrong and get away with it, man. Right? So reading the next verse, it says, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and this is telling you this is actually going on. It's niggas that's actually doing wicked, you know, over and over and over and over and over. You know, the scriptures tell you, say, be not pretty much don't. You should be scared if you add sin to sin. You know, in the Sirach, the 5th chapter. But anyway, it says, go on to say, what? Though a sinner do an evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before Him. And pretty much that's unreal. Like even that aspect, basically, the Lord telling us that eventually that false reality is going to go away. And if you paying attention to the last part I just said, he said, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before Him. But we in a time where those that actually do that, they actually the ones in trouble. You know what I'm saying? For instance, this is 2nd Ezra 16, and I'm gonna jump to the point, verse 70. Salakia. This is I'm gonna start at 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they that shall take you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in the reproach, and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So people doing right is going to be rose up against. That's the time we live in. But the Lord just said right here, Sirach 8 and Slakia, Ecclesiastes 8 and 12, Slakia, 8 and 12, it says, though a sinner do an evil 100 times, his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before Him. See that? That's what's supposed to be going on. But somehow, so how do we end up in that time? How are we about to end up in that time? This is supposed to be reality. They pushing something we're not in reality, man. See that? We're not in reality. It says, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feared not before God. So pretty much that takes you to what? That takes you to back to Jeremiah 30 and 7. And this is why this is written like this.
Okay.
You got it.
Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great.
See, alas. Why does it say alas like that? Because it's a time, because it say day, which denotes time. It's a time. A certain time is here now. A time of what? Reality, man. Go on, you got it.
Yep. It says, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Right.
It is even the time of Salakia. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Right.
But he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah. See that? About time, alas. Here it is, we fearing the Lord and we getting defamed, we getting, people coming up against us. We honorable, but yet, we can get that, What's that? 2 Corinthians in the 4th chapter, or it might be 1 Corinthians in the 4th chapter. Yeah. Yep. It's crazy, man. Man, here it is. That's why I say alas. Because here it is, we doing that now, but yet they plotting against us. They looking to slay those that be of an upright. Let me grab that scripture real quick. upright conversation, man. This is Psalms 37 and 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Here it is. You in a place where the poor get poorer and the rich get richer. You know what I'm saying? The rich get their handouts, but the poor don't get nothing. That's not reality. The rich is treated like they're the ones in need, you know, instead of the poor, right? So, and here we is saying this and saying like that's not how it's supposed to be, and we getting defamed for it. We actually fearing the Lord when we say that, right? So, shit, you just start at 1. Just read through.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians chapter 4.
Matter of fact, no, we ain't gonna do that. Jump straight to the point. Start at 8. Bible shot.
In chapter 4?
Yes.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 8.
Yeah.
It says, now ye are full.
No. Where you at?
1 Corinthians chapter 4?
No, 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians. Lock it. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8.
Con. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 8. It says, we are troubled on every side.
Right. See? We are troubled on every side. Go ahead.
Yet not distressed.
How we in trouble? We ain't did nothing. You know? To the devil at least. Right? Go ahead.
It says, we are perplexed, but not in despair.
Right. Go ahead.
Persecuted, but not forsaken.
Yeah. And the scripture, the Lord said what? We're going to be persecuted for, for his name's sake, which is this word standing for reality, standing for truth, Okay. You got it.
It says cast down, but not destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. See, cast down, but not destroyed. You got it. You literally in a world where we're being casted down for that, man. Once again, they seek to slay them that be of an upright conversation. I believe when you go into Sirach, the 3rd chapter, it talks about that. These two things that are hate. Matter of fact, we'll get it after you continue. You got it.
Yeah, kind.
Mm-hmm.
It says always bearing about in the body the dying of the Lord Yahweh Shai.
Right. Go ahead.
That the life also of Yahweh Shai might be made manifest in our body.
Right. Okay, now that's 1. Now let's jump to 1 Corinthians 4 and 10.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 10. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach.
Right.
We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised.
Right. See, here it is. We honorable, but we being dishonored, man. That's complete. How is we in a world where the honorable is completely not honored? We're in a world where I was saying this was all the things I was meditating on. So through the Spirit. For instance, one of the examples is a nigga being honored in this world. When you go to, I'm gonna jump back there real quick. You go to Ecclesiastes in the 10th verse, so like in the 10th chapter. Okay, Ecclesiastes 10 and 4. It says what? It says 10 and 6, like it says, folly is set in great. See, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place, meaning those that are actually honorable. That's why the Lord say, I know thy poverty and thy tribulation, but thou art rich, meaning us. So when they say the rich sit in low places, talking about those that know this truth. When you go back to that in 2 Corinthians in the 4th chapter, and you read verse 7, it tells you that, you know. It says, but we have this treasure, you see, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of God, may be of God, and not of us. Because people really can only esteem God, you know, the Most High Yahweh Shemel Shai, by seeing people that have nothing, but pretty much basically be performing miracles. It's a miracle to be enlightened after what we went through to this extreme, to this level, and be doing what we're doing, and still be fighting, and show you what the Bible means. We didn't even speak English. They had to beat us to speak English. You know, we were speaking all type of, you know, we weren't speaking Spanish. They had to, you know, they broke the tribes up, got us speaking different languages, and now we're back and recouped, and actually breaking the scriptures down. So that's how many people doing that. Like the Elder Apostle Gabar explained, the reason why it's treasure, because not everyone has it, you know. So how many people have this situation, this lot? Not many. So this is the true riches. You know what I'm saying? They tell you we got the lips of knowledge, even outside of our condition, right? Even outside of our condition, the scriptures show you what? That we are the complete rich. You know, when you go to Proverbs 20th chapter, go into that. Okay, but point being, for example, here it is, we completely honorable, right? But we dishonor, and yet you have the folly being set in great dignity. For example, you have a nigga like Lil Baby, you know, a nigga throwing a football around all day. Peyton Manning, this nigga on every commercial. He's sitting around just eating. He's like esteemed. But yet he's a complete abomination. He doesn't, you know, you can, you know, people are awarded, right, for being wicked, for being bogus as hell, for being dirty. What is that? What world is that working? Well, how's that reality? That's not reality. We're not in reality. You look around, everybody rich is completely abominable. They did something bogus and dirty to get it. You know, the elder brother, Kazak Yala, he went into that with Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy said, you know, he didn't want to tell you how he made his first million. You know, so that the things these people do, the things that the esteemed people of this world have done, you know, and the condition and state they have to be in is a very wicked one. When you go into Ephesians, what's that, the 4th chapter? You know, they tell you that it is a shame to even speak of the things done to them in darkness, man. And that's concerning Jake, Israel, chiefly. You know, a matter of fact, let's get that real quick. You know, so once again, here it is. We honorable, but we ain't being treated like it. We could tell you who everybody is. We can tell you how to be like this, how to be like that. You know, and yet we broke for it. We've been put in jail for it. You get killed for it. What type of reality is that? That's not reality. You got that?
Yeah, kind.
Come on. You got it. Or in
5 and 12.
Slocky, I said 4. Slocky.
Ephesians chapter 5 and 12 says, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
Right. You can start at verse. Start at 5.
Yeah, Ephesians chapter 5 verse 5. It says,
this is concerning Jake. You got it.
Yeah, for this ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person,
right, go ahead,
nor covetous man,
right, go ahead,
nor who is an idolater,
right. All these people actually are the rich. These are the foolish that set in great dignity. Folly goes into foolish. Go ahead. And then that's complete abomination. For instance, when you go to real quick, when you go to Psalms, I love this one. This is Psalms 5:5. It says, "The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity." But yet they stand in this world. They stand in the devil's sight, right? They're not supposed to actually be standing. So how are they standing? They're not even just standing. They said they sat in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. That shit, but think about it. It's tough. Like, think about a rich person being on the street, and you got a bum running the White House. He's dirty. He stink. That's really what we seeing. It don't matter. They just try to cloak it and give them chains, and they try to. But these people completely naked, miserable, wretched, poor, blind, fumes coming off them, flies around their head. That's how you're supposed to see this in the spirit. While the rich is completely, arrayed, smelling good, and they're on the street sleeping. That's the world we living in, man. They're on the streets preaching. They being ran over by a bunch of idiots. You can't tell me what to do. The women that's actually worth something, they're deemed lame or nothing because she ain't, she ain't talking about she can sit a cup on her tail. She can make her shit clap. She ain't in the middle of the street on a pavement. That's who. But yet the ones that is doing that, running everything, that's the one that is esteemed. While the one that's covered up, she's to herself, she got sense. She's deemed a lame. Like this shit bugged out, right? Not reality. You got it.
Yeah, Ephesians 5:5. It says, "For this ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach and of the Heavenly Father."
Right. That's the reason why it said like that, because they got it now. They esteemed in the kingdom that was before the kingdom to come, which is the true kingdom. You got it.
Verse 6 says, "Let no man deceive you with vain words.
Right.
For because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children."
I got a real quick one. This is Revelation. Salakia. What am I thinking of? Yeah, this is Revelation 13. Revelation 13. I'm gonna jump straight to the point. It says, nope, that's not what I'm thinking of. That's one, but this one I believe I'm thinking of. This is Psalms 10 and 4. It reads, Slacky, 10 and 3. It says, the wicked boasted of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhorred. See? So that's why that's written like that. These people they're not going to be in the kingdom because they was esteemed in Esau's kingdom. That's why they're saying that. How do you get riches in Esau's kingdom? That's why the Lord said, if you got your consolation on this side, you don't need the kingdom. But how do you get a consolation on this side? By coveting after the way of Esau. You got it. And what Esau like, which is what? No reality. Doing wickedness, but you got it.
Yeah, Ephesians 5 and 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words.
Right.
For because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience.
Right.
Be not ye therefore partakers.
And I tell you what, that's going into Jacob. The children of disobedience. See that? That's going into Israel, chiefly. Now, we use this when we're getting into to go into Esau, which is true too, and how is because Jake do what Esau do. So all these ways is of Esau. Who pushing? You gotta think, who pushing idolatry, covetous, whoremongering? Where is that? Where is that being found at? In Esau's kingdom. But we just read in the beginning how what manner the ruler of the city is, so are all the people. You know, the Lord said, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. You know, then the Lord said, you cannot serve two masters.
Okay.
So this is how we can use Ephesians 4 to say Esau when we get to the point. You got it.
Yeah, kind. Verse 7, it says, be not ye therefore partakers with them.
Right.
For ye were sometimes darkness,
Right.
but now are ye light in the Lord.
Yeah, we was in darkness. We was doing that. You know, we was actually living a non-realistic life. Like, when you wake up to reality, like, hence the truth, you like, yo, that shit don't even make sense. I can't be dealing with that no more. It's not reality. You celebrate Christmas, a fat Edomite coming down your chimney in a place you probably don't even have a chimney. Easter bunny, you've never seen the Easter bunny. The tooth fairy, you've never seen a tooth fairy. This whole world is not realistic. You know, it's not reality. We're not in reality, man. We're not amongst people in reality, you know, pushing reality. Reality definitely exists, but it's not it's not pushed. It's the point of what? Jacob's trouble. You got it?
Yeah, kind.
Mm-hmm.
It says, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord.
Right.
Walk as children of light.
Right.
For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth.
Right. See? Truth. Whoo. Now, let's get that word right there real quick. Let's get that word truth. All right. Okay. Get that word truth.
Strong's G225. Aletheia.
It says in reality. Woo, man. It says in reality, man. You know? Let me highlight it, put it on the screen. Now I'll pull it up on the screen. You know, real quick. That's powerful. You know? We ain't just sitting on here talking, man. You know? And the point of this lesson is to show you really what Jacob is, Jacob's trouble is. It's just what? It's a time of pure reality. It's a time when you can't get away with being wicked and it's my body, I can do what I want to do. You know, it's a time where, you know, for example, like just basically all the things I was thinking about, you know, you can't not be on your shit and think like you all, you know, all open and lackadaisical and letting people just see all in your stuff and, you know, you think you good. Well, Jacob's trouble is a time where famine and destruction is on the way. So if everybody watching you do your stuff, you see you bring a boatload of groceries or something in the crib, you cool, you just letting everybody, why it don't even matter. Or if a famine was to happen hours after that, we all know, you know, who in Jacob's trouble, I'll say, who house is getting hit, man. Period. That's why the Lord said He gonna judge between cattle, the fat and the lean. Jacob's trouble is the end of Esau having his curtains completely open. You see him walking in his home. He got nice stuff in it. You know, it's a, you know, and he's completely full. He's in his sufficiency. And you have people that's hungry and poor and are actually the people who are the reason for why he has all those things. But yet they will sit and suffer and watch him have all those things because of them, and they will do nothing about it. Jacob's trouble is the end of that. That's not, and then you think about it, that's not reality. How these people ain't came and got their shit? They hungry. But yet this nigga completely got his blinds open. He good. You see what I'm saying? He ain't worrying about nothing. And the people that's hungry, right, that ain't got nothing, sitting and know this. They sitting watching him do that. And he completely did them dirty and completely bogus. And ain't, this nigga never even said sorry. You know? What reality is that, man? But this is where we at right now. So when we get to Jacob's trouble, it's basically what? It's pure reality, man. Pure reality, once again, being, we in times now where women can walk around half naked, booty shorts on, and nothing happens. Jacob's trouble is the end of that. Women being ravished. That's not even reality. How can you walk around with a bunch of in a hypersexual place and no one does nothing to you? Jacob's trouble is the end of that. Jacob's trouble is when the ravishing starts, when women is being taken. Hence, pure reality. Women walking around like that in that time, that's pure reality hitting, man. They getting snatched up and ravished because of that. Pure reality. So these are just some things, I'm meditating on the spirit. I'm like, well, Jacob's trouble is just pure reality, man. When you finally are basically held as guilty and bogus as hell, and being, and being treated like it, man. Okay, but anyway, I'm pulling this word up. Let me select I'm in 5. So Ephesians 5
and 9.
Con, the water. All right. Okay, here you go. Ephesians 5 and 9. All right. See that?
Strong's G 225. Aletheia.
See? In reality, man. You can read it again, brother.
Yeah, kind of Ephesians 5 and 9. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth.
Yeah, and truth being, once again, what? Jump down to that word, truth. You get it. What? Reality, man. In reality. You can read over.
Yeah, verse 10, it says, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord.
Right. Period, man. You being wicked, you get treated like you wicked. You being righteous, you get treated like you righteous. That's what Jacob's trouble was about, man. Period. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, verse 11, it says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them.
Right, go ahead. Well, yeah, we get condemned for that. You got it.
For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
Right. See, so going back to the point, the way you make it and come up, you got to be completely foolish. It's a foolish thing to do the things that these people do and to be set in great dignity on this side, these Israelites. Look what Chris Rock and what Will Smith was used to act out just to be accepted over there. It's complete madness, man. It's complete madness. All right. So yeah, that's basically that, man. Now let's get Jeremiah 30:7. You holding anything that you got?
Yeah, kind.
You got something?
Yeah, something real quick.
Oh, you got it.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 17 and 16. It says, now while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was stirred in him when he saw the city wholly given to idolatry. And it says, therefore disputed he in the synagogue with the Jews and with the devout persons, and in market daily with them that met with him. Then certain philosophers of the Epicureans and of the Stoics encountered him, and some said, what will this babbler say? Others some he seemeth to be a setter forth of strange gods, because he preaches unto them Yahushai and the resurrection. You know, and it's ultimately how I get this, because it's like how we looked at in the world, like these people completely off. You know, they wholly given into idolatry, as the scripture says. And we over here in reality whole time. You know, but we looked at as if it's the other way around. And to the point, Jacob's trouble is gonna be this in complete opposition, if you will.
Jacob's trouble is going to be what? Everything we were saying being true, be proven to be true. And it's even what? Like how the scripture wrote right there, that they were in idolatry. Jacob's trouble is going to prove that to people. See, before Jacob's trouble come, people basically think they're not really in idolatry. Ain't nothing happened to me for worshiping Christmas. Are you crazy? You know? But see, when you see people getting chased by lions and dogs and homes kicked in, I'm talking about it's just opened up. I'm talking about it's like ain't nobody getting no mercy. It's like everything is like life at that moment. Jacob's trouble is gonna be basically life is gonna be against people. That's gonna be proof, right? That you were completely wrong. That's a time of what? You basically being put in pure reality. You didn't have it right. Yeah, your car didn't mean shit. Yo, you really dressed bogus out here. A woman gonna recognize that in that time. You know? Esau, you was proud, you was boastful. You really did this to these people. You was stupid, you was foolish. Your house opened up. You know what I'm saying? Lord had that nigga Pac say that he's like, the poor gonna eat the rich.
Yeah,
that's gonna happen, man. That's gonna happen. Y'all wanna live, y'all wanna be so beast like people gonna literally be eating Edomites out here, man. Alive. Pure reality, man. You know? Esau got a world that pushes to you basically everything tastes like chicken. You see what I'm saying? So basically, Jacob's trouble is gonna be everything you did purely manifested to you. You know what I'm saying? In that time, like everything you set up and was actually manifesting, it's gonna be brought to you, and it's gonna be in its purest reality. You know, he gonna think about everything that he was. You know, he gonna be like, God damn, I made some monsters. Damn, I was living wrong. You know what I'm saying? He's like, these people really crazy. They really pissed. Pure reality, man. People gonna be put in pure reality. That's what Jacob's trouble is. Okay? You can jump back to 50, Slocky, not 50, 30 and 7. That's basically it.
Yeah, kind. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
See? Alas, for that day is great. Why is it great? And then because once again, you got people who think they can, you know, basically be bogus, do wrong, walk around and not know what's going on, you know, and still be safe. That was in the unrealistic world. That was in Esau's kingdom. See, but when Jacob's trouble come, it ain't gonna work like that no more. If you don't know what's going on, guess what? You aren't gonna be safe. You're gonna be destroyed. Period. If you don't know the correct thing to eat, you're gonna die. You're gonna be destroyed, man. You know? Period. We're gonna be manifested to be who we truly are. You know? It ain't gonna be no more guessing of who. That's why it says in that same time in 2nd Ezra the 16th chapter, then shall be known who are my chosen. You know? Period. Pure reality. We're going to be put in pure reality in the purest form, even regarding how wicked and off these people are. When you see brothers and sisters really being rounded up for this truth, it's going to be pure reality. Like, damn, these people really wicked. Y'all really against the Lord. Y'all really hate us. And then you're going to really see that on that level when you see not just the brothers and sisters that are awakened, but those that are still asleep be rounded up too. It's gonna be a pure realistic moment of damn, they really hate our people. Y'all really hate us. You know, Jacob's trouble, pure reality, pure goddamn reality. If you're not being circumspect, you can't. It ain't gonna be a time where you cannot be circumspect and be telling everybody your business and whatever. Just and nothing happens. No. You tell it, you here it is, you being, it's just so much shit that just came to my mind. I can't even think now, man. But that's just really what Jacob's trouble is. It's gonna be pure reality on display, man. If you did something to where, even if you don't understand it, if you did something to where you should be ate by a dog or a wolf or whatever the hell it should be, right? It don't matter if you don't understand it or whatever. You're going to get ate by a wolf or a dog, period. And that means you what? You did something actually dog eating you, wolf eating you worthy. That's the time that's what Jacob's trouble going to be. Because the stuff these people doing is such on a level to where judgment should really be, the Lord like, yo, think about it. It's a time where the Lord is going to literally send. He's sending nukes for what? Just for the sake of it? No, it's for the particular spirits that don't get it. It's levels of punishment. It's spirits on the earth that they won't get it unless nukes is shot. They can't get it through their head until forget eating, get ate by a dog, throw off a balcony. You in a condo, it collapses. A car accident, you drown to death. You get shot in your head. We see Jace get shot and still talk shit. The Lord got nukes coming, but that's what really led me to, that thought is what led me to what Jacob's trouble truly is you getting, it's just pure reality finally being served, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's basically it. It ain't no other way I can say it. This is this is Sirach 5. I'm gonna start at verse 3. And brother, he put it up here too. But my point is in 5. It says, "And say not, and who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride." See, but now it don't look like that. Women can say what they want, men can do what they want. See, as we come into a time where you ain't gonna see women bucking up against dudes like they can beat up dudes. Like, if you a woman and you buck up and I can clearly beat the fuck out of you, that's what's gonna happen in Jacob's trouble. That's reality gonna happen. Period. Reality is gonna happen, man. You really a retard. Jacob's trouble is gonna strip all these people that's been esteemed in this world and bring them to nothing, because you really are nothing. We're in a world where these people have a following for being bogus. They have riches for being dirty, nasty, drug-filled. Or people, which is not realistic at all. When the reality would have it to where people would be like, "Yo, you wow, why would he gonna do what to his sister, his homie? What? You finna hit a lick on, like, nigga, what? Rob my best friend, nigga, dead anyways." Some crazy ass, that shit applies. Shit not realistic, man. That shit is retarded. You're gonna actually be booed in that time. No one's gonna want to have nothing to do with your nothing ass, man. You fucking simple niggas, man. All right. So this is Sirach 5 and 4. "Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering; he will in no wise let thee go." That's why Jacob's trouble is a last thing. It says, "Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin to sin, and say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins, for mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation rested upon sinners." See that? But yeah, we don't see that like that, really, man. So the reason why it's gonna be the Lord giving us verbal illustrations of how it's gonna be lions eating, chasing people, bears, people walking in the house, because that's really the reality of what these people doing, you know, that's really what should be going on. Like, yo, a dog can eat you, a bear can kill you.
Exactly.
If you naked, this can happen to you. If you don't know what's going on, you're not safe. You know, if you disrespected the Lord, death is marked for you, man. If you doing righteousness, you honorable, you're gonna be esteemed as honorable. You have integrity, you're gonna be esteemed as such, man. Okay. The devil, Jacob's trouble is a time when Esau stopped hiding behind a mask and he completely let you know he the devil. Even though that's being a devil, but nah, it's gonna be Jacob's trouble he ain't even gonna, you know, try to sugarcoat it to you no more. He like, it's gonna be like, fuck it. Pure reality. Y'all ain't gonna be able to, you know, gainsay us a bit about if he the devil or not. Because Jacob's trouble is gonna completely make it to where everything's pure reality. It's gonna be clear to you. You got something?
Okay.
You got it.
Joel, the book of Joel, chapter 1 and verse 15, it says, alas, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and as destruction from the Almighty shall it come. I'm gonna hop to chapter 2 here, and verse 2, it says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, it says, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
Right. And that's the same thing Yahushua said, man. You know, so we know it's this one time. And you know what make it so not like any other time before? Because all the times before weren't realistic.
Okay.
You know, like all the other times was a time we should literally damn near be destroyed. This time that's gonna literally happen.
That's great.
You know, that's literally what's gonna happen, man. It ain't realistic if you didn't do what they did for you to go down with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, for us, you know, like here it is, we the righteous, and man, hell no, man, that shit's over with. Salaki.
No, call to what? And then verse 4, it says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. It says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of the mountain shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of a fire devoured the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. It says, before their face the people shall be much pained. All
where you at? Where you reading that? You at, what's that, Hosea?
Joel
Salaki.
Joel chapter 2.
Yeah.
It says, before their face the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness.
Hold on. You just read. What verse you in?
Verse 6.
All right. Where that part at? Yeah, you got it.
Joel chapter 2 and verse 6, it says, before their face the people shall be much pained. Mm-hmm. All faces shall gather blackness.
Now, what is this going into? This is going into what? The chariots coming and fucking niggas up. That's what this is going into. So that's a whole nother thing, man. You know, really true reality, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna seem sci-fi-ish, but that's going too high. You know, you can even try to make that reality to you, because that ain't nothing we expect. That's why I say he said it ain't gonna be nothing you ever experienced. So spaceships coming, literally zapping niggas, you know, for what they deserve. You got it.
Yeah, it says they shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war.
Right.
And they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks.
Right. They're gonna come into these defense cities, these so-called defense cities, and they're gonna destroy shit, man. You know, that's the chariots. You got it. They're gonna be zapping the hell out of people, man, and all type of stuff. You got it.
It says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Right.
They shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Yeah, that's cool. We don't need to get all that.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, we don't need all that. But yeah, we'll do a class on that. That's a little. You see, you people don't understand what's about to come, man. It's gonna literally be chaotic, man. It's gonna be outright mayhem, pandemonium. All right. So that's pretty much it. But this Sirach 5:5, it says, concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin to sin. That basically, that's what you people need to be worrying about. It's a time where people doing wrong and not being treated, and people doing wrong and moving wrong, but not being treated as such is going to be out. That shit is going to be out for that. It's going to be out for that. All right. So you got it, brother. You can close out Jeremiah 37.
Yep. Jeremiah chapter 30.
Did you have something else?
Lie, that's it. That's it. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Right, alas, about time. About time. You hoes start getting treated like outright hoes, man. You ain't bucking up the dudes no more. You acting like a man is supposed to be. You're gonna be in a time where you're forced to pretty much want to be a woman and want a man to be a man. Because it's gonna be so bugged out here, man. People are gonna literally be manifesting their desires, man, which is pure reality. Basically, everything Esau created and brewed in people the Lord is gonna allow to come out. You're gonna be like, this is what you got. This is what you got. Sodom and Gomorrah is gonna manifest. All this LGBT, you're gonna see the fruits of this shit, man. Y'all gonna see what happens when you let people if it's a such thing as a boundary or not. Because y'all basically took away boundaries. The scriptures say that they removed the boundaries. Basically, people can do what they want. So people can be sadistic. It should be a line drew on the movies. It should have been a line drew on a lot of stuff a long time ago. But alas, because it's gonna result in destruction. Say about the prudent of them that are in authority of city shall be inhabited. They're not thinking about the future. They really are. They want chaos. And they're gonna get it, man. But it's gonna be more than they bargained for, that they desire, man. You got it.
Yeah, kind of. Jeremiah 30 and verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
And you people that sided with Esau and co-signed them, shit, you're gonna reap the fruits. You're gonna eat those bitter figs, man. Those evil figs. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna bring them evil figs back. You got it?
Yeah, kind. It says, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Right. Come on.
But he shall be saved out of it.
Right. Yep. Reality. Here it is. I'm trying to do better. And we the Israelites, that time is gonna be a pure reality. So we're gonna be treated like the Israelites in that time also. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be put back to Israel and etc. It's gonna be beautiful. All right. So with that, call Lamla, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Waha, or All right. So next time, Shalom.